All right. All right, tell us your name.
My name is Angelo Randerson. I'm 34 years old, and it's my first show. Been working out for a while now, but decided that this time around I was going to actually see how far I can take my body. So hired Coach Irons right here, and got me right. So it's showtime now.
So how long you been prepping for this show?
Well, I did a 4-week bulk originally, then I did a 17-week prep. So it's been a long road, of eating chicken, rice, and vegetables.
So, like, to someone who's never done a show, can you explain to them what prep is like?
I'll tell you that it's mentally taxing. It's emotionally taxing at times also. The physical part isn't really the biggest part that I would say is concerning. It's just the mental preparation, because it takes a lot of determination to fight all the urges when you want to eat that burger, that pizza that somebody eating in front of you, and you just got to kind of push away. So that part is tough, but once you get past that, you got to get that Mamba mentality, like Coach said.
So what kind of things were you like drawing from to like inspire you during those times when you wanted to like have pizza, or you work offshore for 3 weeks at a time, right? And you know, how were you able to get through that? Like, what kind of conversations would you have with yourself?
Well, there was a couple things. First off, because I played college basketball, I'm a competitor. So I was like, you know, I'm competing against other people who probably not eating this stuff. So I was like, I got to stay strong. Secondly, I ain't gonna lie, financials. I was like, I got money involved in it, so I can't just mess off my money. So I got to try to stay right. But those are probably the two biggest things. Was just myself. You know, I'm a big competitor. I always want to win. Like I told you from the start, when I got in this, I'm not doing it just to do it. I'm doing it to win.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah. So like the money you said, that's like maybe like keeping you accountable. You know, to your goal. Like I kind of stress like accountability and like having a reason why. You know, and so you have stated that, you know, spending the money on it and kind of obligating yourself to the prep, as opposed to just saying, oh, I'm going to do this, and then every time an opportunity comes to mess up, you know, you don't have anything to keep you accountable. So that sounds like something that was trying to keeping you accountable.
Yeah, the financial was keeping me accountable, and then plus, like, I got a pretty good support system. So my family, my friends, everybody was, you know, they was cheering me on. So I didn't want to let nobody down either, you know, because just as much you got people supporting, you got a lot of people that's hating on you also. So I want to prove all the haters wrong.
For sure.
They always probably saying, oh, you're not going to make it. You going to eat that cookie, because I love sweets. I'm a baker at heart. So, you know, so they was probably all saying, there's no way you're going to make it. So I said, I'm going to prove you wrong. And then everybody's supporting me. We're going to do it together, man.
That's what's up. You got any advice for anybody, like, not necessarily competing, but even if they are competing, or just in general, any advice that you would give to somebody going after their goals?
I would just say, just stick with it. Time's gonna get tough. You just gotta fight through it. You gotta fight through all the urges, all the negativity that's coming in your life that's telling you that you can't do something, or trying to force you to do something that you know you shouldn't do. It's really up here. It's all about mind over matter, in all honesty, if you really want to achieve that goal.
All right. Thank you, man.
Yes,
and who are you, man? Who you?
My name is Edric Joor, 33. I've been lifting for about 5 or 6 years. Really got heavy into it the last 2 or 3 years. Went to a couple of shows. I was like, oh man, they look great. Then my man over here was already in prep mode, and I said, well, let me give this a try. Let me push my body to a different limit, because I was always bigger, but I'd never been cut and had the abs, so wanted to try something different with my body.
So tell us about your experience with this prep. I know, like, when you started, you wanted to get like bigger, right? And then we were cutting down a lot. I know you were getting nervous a couple of times. You know, you wasn't really feeling like losing the mass, and just the mental games, like as far as like, you know, losing some of the size. You know, we're natural athletes here, so, you know, we don't have, you know, not saying anybody's doing anything. I'm just saying, you know, it's difficult, you know, to do it natural and go and lose that mass that you have. So tell us some of like the mental games and just, you know, what inspired you and kept you focused.
Well, when I started this, I was about 197, looking jacked, big as hell. I'm actually in the 160s, won't reveal what I am completely. But yeah, it was a real, because when you're that big and your clothes fit well and you're getting all the comments, oh, you're big as hell, man, what do you do? How much do you bench? What do you squat to go to work? And your clothes are sagging off. And you're like, man, it took me so long. Because I was always a smaller guy. I was always, you know, smaller guy, middle school, high school. It took me a while to actually put on some size. So
It's gonna come back. Just so you know, it's gonna come back pretty fast.
yeah, just
know.
the mental state of man, all those years I took to put on the size, now I'm losing it. But you know, I did a photo shoot with the plug, Audra Odin, and to see those pictures and the shreds and how you actually look bigger, smaller, man, it's been a great learning experience.
That's what's up. So tell us about your prep as far as like eating and any problems like with the food or.
I mean, the biggest thing I've learned is food is the major key. Like,
you need to get through here. No, you good? You do? Yeah, go ahead. Pardons. We up here in the back. We in business. What's your name? I'm just kidding with you. I'm joking with you. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. The food?
The biggest thing I learned is food is the major key, whether you're lifting for strength or lifting to cut or whatever your goal is. Food is the major key. For 2 years before this, I cut sweets out my diet, but I still never had abs. I would eat better, but I never portioned. So I was bigger, but I was never cut here.
Right.
But also just in the training during the prep, I've learned not having carbs, you don't have that energy to try to build your strength or build that muscle. So food is the major key in this whole thing. And that's probably the biggest thing I've learned in this whole process.
So, do you have any inspiring words for people going after their goals and just taking from this experience and maybe something that you could pass on?
I would just say don't quit. 18 weeks, I've done this for 18 weeks. It was a long
journey.
18 weeks, but now that we're finally here, I mean, it's like, man, the day sort of came too fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keep going. It's gonna be some tough days. It's gonna be some brighter days. As long as you're not 6 feet deep,
Right.
you make it.
Okay. So how do y'all feel today about your chances getting up there? From what you've seen, I mean, it's difficult. You don't know necessarily who you're competing against. It's just, how do you feel? Start with Angelo.
Well, you know, Coach called me Hollywood Gelo. So, you know, I mean,
Hollywood.
that's what I feel. I feel like the lights is on, it's time to shine.
That's
Baby, I
what's
put in
up.
all this work. Like, I'll tell you like this, it's first call out and that's it. I don't know nothing else.
Okay,
So
I feel you.
that's all I know.
I like it. How you feeling?
I mean, I feel like we're both gonna get first call outs, but either way it goes, man, just to make it through these 18 weeks, 20 weeks, however long he's been doing it, just to make it through that. I know it sounds cliche, but I mean, hell, we already winning. So
It is, for sure, definitely. Hey, I think I appreciate you guys like talking to the people and for supporting me and believing in me and doing everything I asked you to do, even when probably some of it probably was like, man, what the hell is this guy? You know, I hope he's making the right decisions, and that's normal. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm not saying 100% like I always have the right decisions, but I always feel like I'm trying to give you the best chance for what we have. You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, there was times where we questioned it.
Yeah,
we sent each other messages
no,
at times
hey.
like, man, hey, this just don't seem right. But at the end of the day, the results
yeah.
speak for themselves.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Y'all looking good, and I gotta say, man, I really feel the most confident I've ever felt with any of my competitors. With you guys, like you guys were always through the whole prep was stayed on it. I never felt like you guys were cheating on your diet. I never felt like you guys were fucking up. And I really appreciate that because it gets to show like really what we all could do together, and I really feel like it's gonna pay off. Either way, it pays off. You know, you hate to predict anything. I really do. You know, and guess what's gonna happen. But I really feel confident in us, and I just appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you. I'm going pro in 2019. Remember that, right?
All right. He said it here.